Now, continuing Final Fantasy V. So, these meteors allow now teleportation between other meteors, and apparently that was the Karnak meteor which had fallen near Karnak. So now I have to go and find that city. And of course there would be new enemies. And there will be issues with continuity because I will keep switching between job classes, between episodes, doing some grinding and all that, which might make the game look easier than it actually is. If you were just gonna rush through the game as fast as you can notice this game can be quite challenging, especially at the later parts when there's much more intricate schemings going on. But that looks like a castle, city, and a wall and a ship. So let's just start with, of course, the city. Oh, well, that must mean that they really don't like the idea that maybe you should stop trying to abuse the crystal power so much. But, of course, the theming of it being a city of fire oh, damn it. Trying to buy stuff least that I know now I get arrested. Damn, that's unpleasant. I guess I got to see the jail, the castle, which is to say the castle jail. Oops. Who is that guy? Well, they ain't particularly careful when the prisoners still carry explosives around. No. And once again we meet Sid, and he is expert of technology. Well, they call him Blight Warriors, and looks like something is already happening. Oh. So there's a fire-powered ship, all kinds of fancy technology things going around in here. And seems like that I can't be starting to get all these treasures because there's fire burning on them. That's a quite big hint, foreshadowing it to a more observant player that there's gonna be a mass destruction of crystal which will output the fires, or at least something will turn off the fires. Well, it was not the only ship which was able to sail without wind. There was also the pirate ship, but that had a big monster pulling it. So that explains why that ship was able to sail without any. And there's some sort of werewolf monster. Damn. So we have a problem of queen gone missing, a werewolf attacking. There he is. Well, judging by that, it didn't look too particularly scary. But there's the firepowered ship. But now I still have to go pay visit to the city to get all that equipment I was unable to get previously. Yeah, bulk everything. It's quite handy to have lots of all this equipment bulks, just because there might be need to switch it around, spin it around, turn it around, all that kind of stuff. And being able to all that kind of stuff, which makes it possible to grab things. And of course there's the magic store, which sell second level, or more higher level, and these are time magic spells. Well, I'm still gonna buy them, even though they are not that much of use. And level 2 offensive magics, which are still those that the red mage can actually throw out. So the red mage does not yet become completely obsolescent because of the limited spell variety. If I remember right, the spell levels went to the 8th or something like that. The red mage could use up to 3 or 4, if I remember right, which means at least the first 2 levels of the basic spells available. And there's the fire ship. What's here? I'm quite certain that the way to break down the engine in this case is much less about trying to fix any problem and much more about trying to go and kill whatever is trying to causing the problem. So yeah, once again we are stuck in a dungeon, with of course random encounters I have to deal with. But those were of the easy type of enemies falling about. And there's a little accessory. And this location is a bit more complex in its layout, that there's several rooms going to different directions with all kinds of little extra nooks and crannies to walk through. And also nice little multiple layers of room. So it's not really that unusual place. But I do like the fact that at this level, which might be something like maybe not excessively high, but high-ish compared to what would be expected, wipe out enemies with that kind of haste and speed that really isn't much of a big issue about that. And annoyingly enough, there doesn't seem to be a spell to remove specific status ailments. Well, of course there's the one to remove poison, but after that, not that well. And that flash attack that it did is a blue magic spell. Blue magics are something that when you have blue mage or somebody who can actually learn blue magic ability, and when they get hit by it so that it actually affects them, they learn it if they survive the fight. It's quite convenient thing. It is not that convenient way to learn them, but blue magics can be quite potent once you have gathered them enough. That's a class. It's a class, and blue magic abilities are something that they become potent much later. Well, it might look like I have to run back to get get more of the eye drops, because with this pace I may run out of them quite fast, and that would be annoying as hell. Oh yeah, and I also noticed that the summoner class gives the character a bit some kind of weird forehead horn. I don't know why. And it would also return that, you could say, trait in Final Fantasy IX, in which had a tribe of summoners who had a horn growing out from their head. And there are conveyor belts which limit movement, and these tunnels that make you move around. Nothing really, you could say, unusual things around here. And still basic tunnels. I wonder how big is this ship supposed to be. It most likely is huge, because there's just this many rooms, and this would be just the engine compartment. It would feel more like some kind of warship in size, instead of some kind of ship that you just travel in with. Much less of a well, it is a ship, fire-powered ship, so. So it having some power things is quite necessary. And these ones actually all lead to specific locations, which may throw you off into different locations and all that. Thieves' gloves, which of course means that you then have to run around, face another random encounter fight, most likely several of them, to get back to location that you were in. Gives you a lot of opportunity to level up and all that, but it is it's a hassle. Yeah, these two lead to the same location. Actually, they didn't, but they almost did it. So I'm just wandering around. And I did get another little treasure item. Treasure room is quite of a... I wonder, does this lead to the correct location? Yes, it does. Yeah, it's basically just brute force guessing that are you gonna get into the proper location from that. So it's time to actually make a save and break up the recording for a while, because there's also stuff that I need to study. Did some prep works, still going ahead in this location. And it's a quite simplistic puzzle. Moving stuff around. And of course I have to move around the platforms to make them so that I can actually then move over them. Enemies with mechanical beams are quite common in this location because it's a machine room, so of course there would be all kinds of machine enemies here. Open the path in there. Just a very quick swipes and that thing gave me a through this location and gave me through. That's a real high good morale name to enemy, Defeater. Devil Eater. Well, got through this room with very little hassle, so looks like I might be in for a boss encounter. So let's just go forward. And what is this? Queen of Karnak. Well, she was missing, now I found her. But something else is going on. Fire attack. Liquid flame. That's quite... Ouch! That's quite a big chunk of damage that it did. But as it is a very much of a ice monster, or when I say fire monster, means that ice attacks are very much those which do the job. Oh god damn it, it took out already my summoner. But Blizzard Sword does quite big chunk of nice damage to it. Alright, Phoenix down and Cura followed right away. And I missed. So it counters with that. And as in always in Final Fantasy game, ability to heal is and recover from enemy attacks is more important than ability to cause massive amount of damage. So it looks like that the form with the wind is the more suitable for the attack, and it seems to be. I wonder, does it shift attack every second I do the physical damage to it? I wonder, is this... oh yeah, and the fact that this monster liquid flame keeps changing its shape. Ah, damn it. But it went down and all characters are already alive, so all get the reward, and that was kind of tough. Mostly because of the level of amount of attack it can deliver. Well, the engine has been stopped by blowing it up. And once again, there is some sort of evil power with mind control abilities. That is not unusual. Oh, but I found the fire crystal. And the werewolf was actually... So the werewolf was not a bad guy. But of course, the bad guy with the mind control abilities has been able to... Yeah, why not just take one puppet when you can have more? Damn. Attempt to be heroic doesn't really work. And the crystal was destroyed. Once again, it was a case of just not being on time, or somebody being much better at that plan of let's destroy stuff while we're at it. And now comes a timed mission. which means that there's only limited amount of time I have before the place says kaboom. Which of course means that there's limited amount of time to get all the loot you want to get. Thank you for all the nice stuff that it gave you. So let's just switch to because those Gigas enemies are quite good at giving stuff to you. The arrow is actually, oh damn it. Well, it still does heal me, so. Items of throwing style. Nothing really unusual around here, still just basic enemies around here. Well, that was out. That monk's basic ability of attacking is very formidable in sense that amount of damage it can dish out. Oh yeah, well that's a quite good hint, but why did he attack if that was the hint? Of course, exploring the castle becomes much easier if I would take off the random encounters, which I just did. Because there's still quite enough enemies to face in these chests. And I do like the fact that the time limit is actually very lenient in this case. And I even learned a blue magic spell. And nothing in these chests appears to be particularly, you could say, extremely unusual or powerful, but if you would want to get all the chests, you would have to go through this place. And I do say that elixirs that you get are, or at least some of them are very potent items. Very good, useful and give you a lot of good loot. Main gauche. Thief has ability to give you a super fast sprint. I don't remember, was it so that in the original one it just gave you ability to sprint, but in this one it gives you a lightning dash, dashingly lightning fast sprint. But looks like well, there's still 3 more chests to loot. Well, here's 2 more, and I'm not gonna go and pick up, search for all of them, because, well, as I said, this ain't 100%. And 100%ing is quite pointless endeavor. So trying to leave the castle. And then once again there's some sort of sergeant trying to stop me. It's got looks like transforming enemy. Does it actually work? I think it did. And he gets battered down to pieces. I think I'm gonna actually go and look for that one missing chest, wherever it might be. Because, well, I got a nice several minutes worth time to look for it. And I don't think it's particularly far location. Oh yeah, it was here. But looks like the famed bounty hunter Ironclaw wasn't particularly famed or powerful. And now I've got an all emptied, looted the whole castle before, and I still have quite lots of time. So I can quite easily just wander around and casually walk away from the exploding place. I don't know why stopping the fire crystal made it so that it exploded, but once again the theme of Final Fantasy is playing, and the shards give more classes. Beastmaster. Geomancer, which is quite much useless class because it's based on area of effect abilities. It ain't good. Ninja is very good, but it ain't the supreme super class as it was in Final Fantasy 3. And I only got 3 classes from this. And of those 3, only basically you can only guess that one of them is actually good. But more classes gained, more plot has happened. So it's time to end this episode. See ya.